Welcome back to the ESL ESEA Pro League. We are about to get underway into the second showing of NaVi tonight, and that's going to be up against mousesports. So a little bit of a different one head-to-head here, a little bit of a different caliber, you could argue, to maybe Hellraisers. This should be a tougher game.
Yeah, no doubt about it. It is Mirage. Of course, NaVi are experts on Mirage. I think it's safe to say. 37 wins, 21 losses in 2015. Overall, that's including LAN and online. Only 16-10 for Mouse. So obviously a lot more matches from NaVi, no doubt about it. They are very good on this map. Obviously, we talk about TSM and Virtus Pro as well, top contenders. Fnatic, of course, goes without saying. But NaVi definitely up there as probably one of the top 5 in the world on this map. So Mouse are going to have a lot of work to cut out here.
Yeah, but Mouse are no stranger to playing this one either. I think the original chance of seeing God B coming into the lineup really did switch things up for them, especially on this map. So I always like to see how they play it off the back. They did shy away once again from Chris J utilizing the AWP as much, but it seems he's back in the fold, really enjoying that one. So I'm hoping to see a little bit more of that today. But we are just going to wait on these guys to get themselves started up here. But yeah, this is a big game for both of them. Mouse need to start kicking off from the very bottom side of the league. They haven't got that many games played, but still, they could certainly use a win under their belt.
Yeah, we've got to be looking towards, obviously, Guardian, who's obviously going to be sitting in that window for a long period of time when they go on the CT side. Seized as well, I believe, tends to play on short as well. We saw him with the AWP in train a moment ago. Probably going to be doing the same when the money gets flowing. If the money gets flowing, I should say. It's a big if, because mousesports certainly are a very good team. And as you mentioned, will be a much tougher task than Hellraisers proved in the last matchup. I don't know what's going on with me tonight.
Are you good right now?
I don't know.
I don't know. But still, the one thing we can point out is if NaVi get this win, they'll actually go well within that kind of top 2 bracket as well, in a way.
What, 13-5 this would put them on?
I think this would be the same almost as...
Same wins as Fnatic.
Yeah, same wins as Fnatic. So certainly a big showing for them. I'm not sure if you'll get them onto the exact same points, but it would certainly put them close. So it would kind of bring that second position a little closer to touching distance. However, it would certainly solidify them within that top 3, and I don't think there'd be too questioned beyond that.
Yeah, if they go 13-5, that would be, what, 18 games done. They'd only have 4 left to play, so almost certainly guarantees them, a safe position. Like we said, they didn't qualify last season. They were not here, which was a big deal because actually they were at the initial Pro League before we began ESL ESEA Pro League, and they performed very well. They got to the final in that and actually won it.
Yeah, they did.
I want to say they won it. Yes, they did.
So
they are back in, God, what was that, April?
Ago. Yeah.
April?
But then
March?
You flip the coin for mousesports, who are sitting on quite the uninspiring score at the moment. 7 losses by them, 3 wins throughout the Pro League. So certainly not their best performance, considering I kind of expect a lot from Mouse. They've got such a talented lineup. You've got Nex in there, Spiddy finding some real form recently, God B at the helm, and it goes without mentioning Chris J and Dennis to close out. But
and Nico.
Yeah.
Nico, the new superstar, who himself has proclaimed that he wants to be the best player in the world. We haven't got him in the server yet. I think it's just Capio that's in there. I don't think that's Nico. Unless
no. Capio is the
coach in it, yeah.
Yep.
So we're still waiting for Nico to actually join the server, so that's why we're not ready to go yet.
Another way, I still said Spiddy in this lineup. My brain is real slow.
He's kind of gone to Penta.
Yeah,
well, it's because you cast Penta earlier on.
Yeah, it's just like, it's kind of their German teams. I don't know. I'm a little tired.
They're kind of all blown
into
one.
Weekend.
But more importantly for Mouse, you know, obviously we're talking about they're playing twice tonight. They're playing NaVi and Envy tonight. So it's a tough night for them. But as you mentioned, only 3 wins so far, 7 losses. They're in that relegation spot they're going to be fighting for. Now, if you look towards the improvements that Mouse have made over the last, since May, when the team came together, and I'm trying to think of the word I'm after, but when they basically mingled between Penta and Mouse and became this new Super Mouse, it didn't quite work out for them exactly when they got to the major, but it has been a steadily improving lineup. Now, at 3-7, and that's not a score you would expect coming into this Pro League. They're down there with Penta, with Hellraisers, and with SK Gaming down the bottom of the table. You wouldn't expect that, honestly. You'd be thinking there'd be a mid-table, but the problem is, the Pro League is full of top teams, so... Yeah,
there is very few easy wins.
There's no room for error, that's the problem, and if they're not coming into it 100% into it, then the other teams are just going to pick them apart.
Yeah, NaVi are on a bit of a win streak recently. I think it's 5 wins back-to-back almost. Not the cleanest of games, but certainly really well-rounded play, and it's put them in good stead. They may, as I said, they're not like the complete stomps coming out, but they have beaten the likes of Nip on the double, throwing our minds back to that one. Not the cleanest of wins over Titan, but a win regardless. So, as I said, NaVi are playing very well, leading in towards some very, very big tournaments soon. And then for mousesports, they've been on a bit of a slump. They actually lost out against Nip on Cobble recently, lost to TSM, not too shocking there. Then actually they had a 13-16 result, and then 13-16 again towards Dignitas on Train. So Mouse have been getting close games, but never quite closing out with the victories. However, we are just waiting on this one to start up. Capio's still with us. I don't think he's going to be playing.
No, Nico's not joined the server yet still. So we've got Zeus on the other side at the moment. They're having a whale of a time just shooting each other in warm-up. So unfortunately, we did come out of break a little too early. But it does mean that we can talk about, obviously, what's been going on throughout the Pro League and talk about the matches tonight. Obviously, following this one, not going to lie, it's probably not going to be a pretty affair. It's Penta versus Fnatic, and it's on Inferno. Penta, well, they had put up a great performance on Dust 2 against Hellraisers, but Hellraisers are certainly not Fnatic, and that's probably not going to be a match that's going to go any way other than Fnatic's. Unless something crazy happens. Looking at Titan earlier on today, crazy things have happened, but that was because Smiths wasn't there. Yeah,
and Smiths has been one of those players having a really, really dominant form.
Well, I hope he landed, actually. I saw his tweets.
He did land safe and sound.
I'm not sure, right? If I were getting on a plane and the engine was smoking and they got you all off it and then they repaired it, it's all right, guys, we can fly now. I'm not sure I'd get back on that plane.
I'm always amazed that I've not had any of these issues yet. I fly a hell of a lot for not just my job, but even just going back home. I hate flying. As a kid, I used to love it. I used to love everything about it. It was great fun. But then you get old, and then you realise how much can go wrong. But by that point, you've accepted your fate.
Your mortality starts kicking in.
Exactly. You become very aware of your mortality. But no, it was like I go through stages of acceptance. Like the first point is like nervousness, but then I'll look at like the air stewards and stewardesses, and they look calm. But when they start to panic, I start to panic. Then I accept my fate. I line up a song that if it all goes wrong too, I'm accepting that I can go down to that.
It's the end of the world.
It literally is. It is. There's a couple of songs that I'm like, okay, if it all goes wrong,
well,
I'm ready.
You have London's calling every time you go home, don't
That's
you?
very true. That's very true. Yeah. The Clash, any excuse. But still, do remember, guys, if you want to get a little bit of a preview for these matchups and maybe look at some of the history between these teams, do head over to the Score Esports. And, of course, that is available on the iOS App Store and Google Play, so you can get it everywhere you want. Oh, how lucky you may be.
How lucky.
We are live into the knife. Hip hip hooray. Nico has joined us.
You too can get some of the beautiful Slasher news stories. We are on the knife round, so I thought I'd bring Slasher into it. See what I did? Tenuous link at best, no doubt about it. But it looks like Mouse are going to win the knife round unless Flamey and Guardian do something spectacular. So expect to see them starting out on the CT side.
Yep, I can imagine so. But then again, who knows what Godby has in store. The beautiful mind that is his. But we will wait and find out. Drum roll, please. Ooh. That must be really fun for you guys at home.
Yeah, it probably doesn't come across at all. These mics don't pick up much. Oh,
unless Mitch walks in and gets a Red Bull, who knows then. Anyway, we are going to go live. And Mouse have picked the CT side. So, as expected to a degree, we can get this one started up. And let's see how NaVi come into this one. They've just come off the back of a victory there. Probably looking pretty good to go. I'm wondering how Mouse are looking coming into this one. They're going to go for a heavy utility-focused CT side here. Only Nico and Dennis going with the armor there. Godby, Nex, and Chris J all opting for something a little different. And 2 Tech 9s for NaVi. Huh.
So let's see if it works out for them. It's going to be Zeus and C's heading over to underpass. Godby's going to be the man on short. Dennis and Nico holding the angles on connector. They're actually pushing up. Dennis is going aggressive here. He's going to challenge out towards Edward, who's holding the angle, doesn't quite get the tag down. Takes a lot of damage as well. Edward, who just had a fantastic game, unable to land his shots there. And Dennis is going for the repeat and does manage to find the kill. While that was all happening, Seized also got picked off by Dennis. And that was over on B side. I don't know what's going on tonight.
All right, let's find out how this keeps going, though, because Mouse are now trying to close the net, which has been the consistent issue for them. But already Flamey going to find Chris J and starting to dominate by jungle, but they have to get these players out of mid. Zeus has the bomb. Dennis is hot on his heels. And if Dennis can pick up this frag, that'll be massive, as there is some Mouse tentative to commit here.
They've completely given up A site. They've gone totally passive on this one.
Because they can stop the bomb.
Yeah.
That's the point. Dennis now has the bomb, and that means NaVi.
They passed each other.
Oh my god. And somehow Flamey does fall to Nico's hand. But the point is there that Zeus was the big player who had that bomb in hand, and Dennis finding him has made all the difference.
Guardian all alone gets himself one. Now he's got Nico around the side. Nico doesn't need to go too aggressive on this one. Now the position has been found and Nico will push it. Got Tech 9 in hand that he'd rescued. And mousesports do take themselves, honestly, a very easy pistol round.
Yeah, and it was kind of tipped over the line by the aggression in mid. Really, really cool stuff seeing Then going for that, and of course, a little bit of a play through underpass as well, making sure that no one can split up there either. But let's look at this buy they go for now, as NaVi going in for the armor and deagles. Quite deadly, to say the very least. Certainly paid off in this one, making it harder work to challenge in that window. It looks like Chris J has got the scouts, so going to go for that one.
Let's see if he manages to land the shots. It's Guardian Edward. They're going to peek. He gets a tag down on Edward. Heavy hit. And he finished it off. Flamey with the deagle tries to challenge out. And actually puts a lot of tags onto Nico. Chris J takes the second peek, but gets a lot of damage. And now Flamey has found himself one, and a second goes down. And now that's an M4 if they can get in place. Chris J is going to make the rotate straight towards Zeus. Guardian going to peek around the corner, catches a glimpse of Godby and finds him. And NaVi are picking Mouse apart.
Yeah, Guardian going to go for more. Next is going to probably find this kill, or at least you'd assume so. But I like this from NaVi. Just jiggle peeking with those deagles. It works out so well. They've recovered 2 of the guns. Chris J will at least deny Zeus keeping hold of that. The gun that he had to hand. But still, this should be a bomb plant, and I doubt the Mouse can do much. Flamey to close it down with a 3 in the end. Guardian to pick up 2. Really big stuff from NaVi to turn on its head. And I said before, and I'll say it again, those deagles are deadly on this map. You can challenge window, you can get the tags back and forth, you can fire it out long range.
And it worked out wonderfully. That was Nico with an M4. There was like a fully invested round coming out from mousesports there. And it's just gifted NaVi a great T-side round. And more importantly, straight away got them onto the AKs. No mess in here, so it's going to be Edward that will challenge out in mid. Guardian's going to be with him. Zeus just sitting back, throwing out a couple of fakes over towards A. It looks like it's going to be a B hit this time around. They're going straight up short.
It's down to the likes of Godby and Dennis here. Dennis is making a quick dash for it. Godby falls though, and now Dennis has to retract back. Seized is even ahead of him. And look at this, Dennis is around the back, but what damage can he do with this P250?
I think Siege realizes it. The fact that there's nobody there, he's thinking he must have passed me by. There must be someone covering the back, and he does watch the angle. And now Guardian's going to be the man to watch as Nico tries to squeak on through, but he's going to be an easy kill for Guardian.
Zeus as well is in a great spot to catch the last 2 on the way out. He goes a little wide on the spray there.
Wasn't sure what target he wanted to go for, though.
No, and next we'll recover that M4. If he can keep hold of this, it'll be a great little bit of redemption, but NaVi are closing in to try and remove it. But Nex says no. That's another there. But there we go. Finally, Flamey's Flames will put Nex down. God, that was cheesy.
Yeah, I might have done that one before. Guardian, gee, he had it sussed. He had it figured out. He knew what he was doing. Does manage to get himself the weapon. That was okay. So that was clearly Zeus saying, get that M4 for me. He obviously wanted the M4A4. Interesting, because you normally would stick with the AKs. But Guardian's sticking with the UMP. They know that mousesports are going to be on a save here. And it's going to be straight up aggression from NaVi. Look at them piling straight up to ramp.
Yeah, they're looking to play ahead a little bit of these smokes, try and challenge them out. They know that they don't need to kind of invest in utility. They should be able to win out these trades, and Flamey showing them how it's done. Going to pick up 2 as Chris J will fall on the cross. Flamey
4.
Just racking them up. The bodies are going to start dropping as now Nex is the last man alive, and hell, Flamey might want some more.
Well, they're going to find his position. Flame is the one that's actually covering the angle if Nex were to challenge this. That would close him out, the ace. He's going looking. He's going to go into jungle. He's going to find him. Doesn't manage to get the tag though on Nex. Nex is going to retreat and he's going to go straight toward Edwards. Clutches. And it will be an easy round for NaVi. Aggressive stuff, as you would expect when they know mousesports is on the eco.
Edward just... okay, he did want to upgrade to the rifle at least. But still, the one thing I'm looking forward to is, as you noted then, NaVi's aggression. They do this towards mid a lot, and it's getting Edward up in the window. I'm hoping we see their play they do with including that. It's a little bit of a mid and A split that comes into place. I'm a massive fan of that. So if they get that mid control going on early, kind of off the back of Flamey doing the smoke here towards short at least, it will force Chris J into a secondary position. They like to molly out here, and you can see it just really makes it hard work for anyone to get the peak towards mid. It gives them control, but still... Godby on short, going to try and stop that. But I want to see NaVi go back to this play because I think it's absolutely beautiful because they actually are doing the split towards A here. Chris J and Godby to hold it back towards mid. Chris J does win that one out.
Just to get one down. Edwards there as well. Doesn't quite take him out, but he manages to clutch him down to 9 health. And Nico will find Guardian and a second onto Zeus, but he's dealt with by Flamey, who's still got that bomb in action. Now Dennis is the man that's on site. He's getting a tag down and the kill on Flamey. And now just a couple of health left for Edward. Will get picked off easily. And Mouse finally hold onto the round with the rifles.
Yeah, Dennis holding the off angle coming in from ramp. It's a hard one to peek. You kind of have to commit towards it, which means by then you'd assume the crossfire from a CT player or players should kick into effect. I think actually Steel did a whole video on kind of holding off angles using that as one of the examples. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, check it out. But still, back into this. 2-3 is the scoreline. mousesports then making it count when it mattered. Edward a little slow through mid there. Chris J certainly held him up sometime. And Crochet again going back in for this one. No AWP to be seen just yet. Rifle to hand as Edward looking for that aggression and looking to get some control here. But let's see what they've got waiting.
Looking to try and push short here. Crochet finally forced away. That might buy them the time. The smoke wasn't still clear there.
Seen him.
Oh my god, he's getting around the side. Clean shot on Guardian, but Flamey does manage to get the respawn. But that's the bomb now completely loose in mid. Zeus is all the way over in apartment. C's all the way over on B site. And he's going to retreat away from that one. But Nico has that bomb covered with Chris J.
Yeah, they shouldn't lose this. I can't imagine Zeus can even really make it out of the apartments, and Seized is so far out of this. They know that God be down means that maybe Short is a little unkept, but Seized is going to have to work for this, checking out mid as he goes. It is Chris J keeping occasional tabs on this. Next, still dedicated to that B site, means that Seized can pick up this bomb though. And yeah, I don't think he's been spotted out either.
So he's going to keep on creeping forward. Zeus isn't really helping him at the moment. Zeus is sitting back. It's all on Seized, and he's going to go straight to Nico. Nico should finish that one off, and now 30 seconds remain on the clock. Zeus is going to sit this one out and just stay in apartments. He's having a chill. He's got his shadow daggers ready to go.
In the wall.
He's just, he's just chilling. I wonder if is he actually disconnected, or is he just listening? He's sitting listening. I mean, you'd think he'd be sat with an AK in hand if he was sitting listening, but no. Who knows? He's having a great time there.
What?
Where does that water come from?
Counter-terrorists win.
What?
Oh.
I'm looking apartments. Is there water
Oh.
anywhere? Is there like a fountain outside? Or no?
It's out the back. There's nothing out the back there. Where did that water splash come from?
Zeus has gone for a swim. That's probably why. Like, he's not on the server right now. I'm looking
Yeah,
around
he definitely dropped, yeah.
to try and find any...
There's definitely no water in apartments.
There is like a teapot.
There's a teapot.
Maybe that's what happened.
That's it. It was boiling.
The teapot.
He was making
Get to the
a coffee.
teapot, Graham. Left. Left on the edge by the seats. In between. Yes! Teapot.
That must have been what it was. There you go. So Zeus has obviously gone to make a coffee. He's going to be rejoining the server in just a moment. 3-3 though, all square. And mousesports got themselves quite comfortably on the last two rounds. Losing just, what, one man each round? Two men in round 5, one man in round 6. Money-wise, not the best for NaVi. Are we going to get some Tech 9s passed out from Flame? He's got 6.7k.
Yeah, you'd assume he'll drop something out. He might as well, just to even out the economy. Oh no. Last time, I swear it was Mouse that I was casting with Alex when we had like the 40-minute downtime where we just thought it was like a mixtape being made of the weapon switch. It's pretty good. I'm just playing the game now, like flying around the map, trying to not hit the edges. It's actually a pretty good game. It's quite difficult. I would not recommend it.
Graham's just got lazy. He's just looking at the...
He's doing the slow rotate. Look at this. Oh, it's majestic.
Oh.
Find like a really cinematic angle.
Arty, right
no,
at the
not
bottom.
the ass.
Great. That's great, Graham.
Cinematic, third person. Get me a nice angle, Graham. Come on, get to work. No. Go free cam. There we go. Yeah. Now fly around a bit. Get a nice little angle. Graham's the Observer, by the way, at Messioso on Twitter. Delayham, known by all.
Feel free to abuse him.
We do.
We do constantly.
That's how you know you're treating them right. It's the happy face.
It's the tiny
nice tear.
tear.
You couldn't even dry the tear. Draw the tear. Dry your tears.
Oh, look at this. He's a Fnatic fanboy. Oh.
Biased observing.
Biased referee.
Nice hair, Graham. Like that.
That's why he always delays TSM when they're on stage.
Dupree's gonna have a whale of a time with that. But still, just went out, chilling out. Wait, do the goggles actually display what's? No.
No.
It shows what's like through
No,
their
it's
head.
just it's a cheating reflection. It's not a reflection, the actual reflection. I believe it's a fake reflection.
No.
Is there palm trees behind them? Turn around. Is there a palm tree? There is there. That is, so it would be a gate and palm trees. No, it's not. It's not the actual reflection. I'm not having it.
I'm looking. Like, we're looking in the eyes of the CT players.
Yeah, I know. Graham's doing the same.
Trying to-
Okay, now spin around. See, you'd be seeing you'd see 3 players in front of him. You don't see that. You're not very good at this, Graham.
It kind of... Stop moving, CTs!
Excitement.
See, it kind of works. Kinda. Kinda?
No,
Kinda.
it's
Oh.
cheaty graphics.
Shut up. It kind of works. It's the same place. Wait, do the sunglasses on the T players work? No.
No, there's no reflection on T side.
God damn it, T's.
If you just joined us, ladies and gentlemen, the excitement is palpable as we wait for Zeus to rejoin the server. It is 3-3. It's the fourth game of the night. We've got 6 games overall. Following this one will be Penta versus Fnatic and Mouse versus Envious. And that will be on Overpass, that final
look at that
game.
knife.
Be
That's
sure
a
to
nice
try and
knife.
keep your eye on that one, that's for sure.
Where's the fade?
What's your favourite knife right now?
Ooh, I want to get a
Because I know
Doppler.
you got a lot of knives.
I want to get a Doppler.
A
I don't have
Doppler?
a Doppler. I have a bayonet fade. I've got my karambit fade. I've got like other kind of more lesser knives, but they're my prime ones.
Did you unlock said knives, or were they gifts to
No,
stream?
I unboxed 2 of them now.
Oh.
So my karambit fade is
Out of
mine.
how much?
Oh, do you mean how much I've spent? Like
Unboxing? Lots?
I think it's up to like $3,000.
Oh, good lord.
I guess.
Dollars or euros?
Dollars.
Dollars.
It's dollars.
Dollar
I think,
bills.
Actually, I don't know if it is.
Might be euros. Actually, to be fair, it's about the same. So it didn't really matter.
Yeah, I think it's around that.
Euros pretty awful.
But to be fair, I spent I spent about 2,000 before I actually unboxed a knife, and I was so salty. I was gonna find Lord Gaven. And
I've never unboxed one yet, so.
Yeah, but you've unboxed like 5.
I've not.
That doesn't count.
I've spent a good couple of €100 on it.
Not having
But
that.
I'm not one of the ones that are like falling foul of, oh my god, there's new boxes, I'm going to go buy lots of them and I'm going to unlock them all. No, I don't. I resist because I really don't care what weapon I have in the game, honestly. Like how it looks.
That's because you don't have a knife.
Says an ex-League of Legends player that
Exactly.
probably spent a lot of money on skins in the past.
I don't like
I think
bringing
that's
up
what
that
it
dirty
was.
game.
I think I got burnt in skins on that.
Yeah, but
for
CS
spending
skins
money.
are nice. Apart from the one I'm looking at.
The way I always looked at it, the way I always justified it was because I used to play World of Warcraft and EverQuest and
God, you really are coming out
other,
with some shameful statements
every
here.
other MMO out there. Everybody in the world used to play World of Warcraft at one point. Every other MMO out there.
We don't
and
talk about
basically,
it.
because it was like a £10 subscription, €10 subscription, or whatever it was, you kind of justify it with like, I'd normally pay this much a month for an MMO, therefore I'm playing this game and I can afford to do these. Just a couple of keys. That's all it's going to be.
No, my inventory's not bad. It's okay.
It's not bad, no. It's,
Like, I can
it's
sell pretty
considerably
close.
better than a lot of people have.
Yeah, I've still got like my HAL that I paid for when it was still kind of cheap, and then Valve, were like, "Hey, look, Lauren, I'm going to help you out here. We're gonna make the standard M4 a little bit better." And I'm like, "Oh, thank you, Valve." So now I can sell it for more, but I don't want to because it's my HAL. It's how it is. I'm like every time
What's
I
the
buy
other
something.
one you got recently? What was
The Hyper Beast?
The Hyper Beast, that was it.
Yeah. But no, it's like every time I do this, I'm like, oh, I can make profit, and then I never do because I just want to keep hold of my skins because I like my inventory looking
It's
pretty.
not got Dragon Lore yet, have you?
No.
No.
I'm waiting for Lewis to give me one. He's not. He's like, I'm gonna give away my inventory. I'm like, just.
I'm going to
focus
give
this
away
throughout.
my inventory. Oh,
Yeah.
he's having an emo moment
Yeah,
again.
he's having a little.
He has his little emo moments.
He's having a bit of a moment.
Psy Syndicate, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
He's another
PSI.
streamer out there. But who streams under many other guises.
But yeah, he was giving away his whole inventory. I'm like, just throw it my way. No one noticed. Just give out like the UMP skins. No one cares. But I don't think I'm getting them.
Oh, we got buys.
Woo!
Zeus is back.
I've never been so excited. All right, we can stop talking about skins.
Apologies, every
Body.
headphone user out there. Lauren did just blow your ears out.
What up now,
along
Swedes?
with
I'm
mine.
excited.
All right, okay, Starix is playing. Zeus is not rejoined. Well, that sucks. Okay, well, Starix, not a bad player. Used to play on the team. He's now the coach and shot caller, by the way. So,
Do freeze all the
we're
what we
see how
said.
it does.
There we go. See, everyone knows Delayham. He is a legend
Delayham.
in shorts.
Well, it was TSM when they were on stage in Cologne that had like an hour and a half or whatever it was.
Anyway,
pause.
let's get back into this. It's 3-3 right now. We can stop talking nonsense. We were just waiting for the pause to come undone. But NaVi, let's take a look at what they've got here. 2 Tech 9s, 3 rifles, trying to supplement that with the utility coming in. But Nico's having none of it. He's just going to hold firm and wait it out. And it looks like now it's looking quite quickly towards this B side.
Yeah, it's going to be 2
Excuse me,
coming short.
NaVi.
Looks like Edward and Flamey want to go straight through short. Sees he's going under past it, give a little peek around there, smokes out, buys time for the rotate, while the bomb with Starix and Guardian is trying to creep its way into B at the moment. Sees does find Nico. That's going to clear out Connector, and that buys time for Flamey and Edward to go the rotate straight to short.
See how this one goes. Next is going to be waiting patiently. He does connect onto Guardian at least, but going to drop out the molly. But will he expect the follow? The bomb is there in the hands of Starix. Not going to go for it. Seized.
It's Flamey that's making the challenges.
Well, it's Flamey winning them out. They've got up short uncontested here. And considering this was a bit of a kind of thrown together purchase, it's worked out well. Dennis and Chris J On the retake, not gone well there for Dennis. He's been dinked down, chunked up, and look at this Chris J trying to catch out Seas, but I doubt it's going to work.
Dennis holding the angle in the kitchen. Not going to push on this one. Seas has actually got himself deep, so he's kind of in a weird spot. See, he was between Seas and Starix in kitchen.
Yep.
He had no escape there. And they did close out the round. So, successful round for NaVi. Clearly the pause, as always, whatever malfunction it may be, works out great for NaVi.
Maybe they just need that little bit of time to reset and get things ready. Who knows? Because they like to play slow anyway, so maybe it just really suits their kind of style, you know? Just taking a chill.
Just taking
have
a
little cup of
5-minute
tea,
break.
you know?
Get that kettle boiling.
That's the one. All right, we're back underway, though, properly here. And looking at mousesports, they don't have a great deal to work with, so we're going to see the Mag 7 for God B. He has been playing short thus far, but I can imagine he'll switch that up for this round. Chris J going to pick up his mantle. Now he has the AWP. Starix waiting patiently, though. Might have to check very cautiously for this.
Yeah, God B peaked originally. He's not going to go a second time, though, but with that Mag 7, it could do a lot of damage and catch Starix off guard. The rest of NaVi are setting up. Guardian backing away. Looks like it is going to be an A hit. The smokes are being lined up. The re-smoke goes down on apartments. Edward's going to be moving into position. So, big A smoke hit coming out here. And Nico's rotated over towards B site. That's going to leave just God B and Dennis on A.
This could be deadly now. Let's see if NaVi can get that proper play down. The smokes are lined up. You can see them.
They've got to sense something, surely.
Well,
The
we're going
delay.
to find out. But it's NaVi. They like to play slow. This is the thing that's always in the back of your minds. Hence why everyone's so drilled in towards this now. The alarm bells will ring, the flashes, the smokes, everything being poured into this site. Let's see if God B and Dennis can keep this together.
God B with a Mag 7 does manage to get Starix down, and that locks NaVi into one direction only. And they're just going to be in a shooting gallery here. They have to come out on top. They have to push. Flamey with the aggression manages to get himself one down, but it's answered quickly as Nico and God B find the targets. Chris J hunting, looking for Guardian. Caesar's made a long rotate to get into Palace, and that's going to give him the angle he needs as Guardian tries to challenge out Nico. Nico's so low, but Caesar's got himself into sight now as he pushes on in.
They've only got 10 seconds here. They actually have to commit pretty damn soon, and mousesports are just spraying into it. 8 seconds left. Guardian has the bomb. He doesn't have time for this. He's tried to plant for short. Chris J buying time, staying alive, and denies NaVi the follow-up round. This is back and forth.
They were setting up for that at 55 seconds. And they went down to all the way down the clock.
Literally to 3 seconds left,
Yeah.
I think it was.
Basically just ran out of time. To the point that obviously Guardian was flustered there. He was like, oh no, no.
Well, he had to make the move, I guess.
Of course, yeah.
I think seeing those two plays in CT, his only option was short, or planting for short, should I say, and then Chris J just played it really smart, just waiting it out. So looking at this, last time NaVi went on these kind of shoddy buys, they did actually pick up the round, but then again, can they keep doing that? Can that Deagle keep coming into place? That's going to be Guardian running with that one, and mousesports pushing a little closer.
Dennis is going aggressive.
This is dangerous.
He might get caught out. Guardian could just pop around that corner. There's no backup for Dennis at the moment. Nico's back to the connector, so Dennis is all alone here. This
flash
Deagle is
didn't
going to
work.
work. It didn't work onto Guardian, and that's going to rescue himself a rifle. Now, can they get some kills from it? They do, and now Godby has to try and stop them getting into sight. Cease is doing a total distraction job over on B side, and Godby's all alone here on A.
And Guardian just playing for time. They're trying to keep him busy. Flamey actually came back to back him up, but now it's cost a little bit of time. Here we go. Chris J comes in with a peek, denies Flamey the plant. That is the bomb loose. Now Guardian and Seized a mile away, and look at that HP.
Risky plant there when they didn't have any idea what was coming from CT. They had to realize that it was coming from CT side. Now Nexus got himself tucked in jungle. Guardian just with 14 health. Seized with 4. Tricky position with 40 seconds on the clock. Guardian's collected the bomb. Is he going to try and bring it over to B side? I think he might, because Caesar's just said, hey, it's clear, but yeah, now Seized is in trouble. He's going to try and creep through. He might find Nex. He might actually get him down, but he did only have a Tech 9 in hand, so a spin and kill for Nex.
Yeah, I almost kind of question that, because Flamey came back to make the challenge towards jungle then. Guardian was holding the cross, kind of keeping them busy, letting Flamey cross with the bomb. But then, you know, as Flamey came back for the challenge, it allowed Chris J the time to come up and make the challenge from CT. It was like, kind of a little bit back and forward there, not too sure. Anyway, new round, and NaVi going to be suffering the losses there.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the big part is it was kind of like a partial, so they didn't have smoke to cut out CT spawn, so that was why. But it is just P250s across the board, mainly for NaVi here. They're going to be trying a 4-man pile out of Palace. Here they come. It is the train straight out, but they're going straight into Nico. It's just popping up and down, gets himself 4 in the round. Next steals the last.
That was just, it was just like the Glock train. Just the most they could have hoped for them was a plant. Didn't happen. And to be fair, Mouse went very aggressive through mid, so kind of looking like mousesports want to start taking the reins a little bit here. But let's kind of take stock of what we've seen so far and where the scoreline's currently at. NaVi not doing a bad performance so far. The T side is looking fairly robust, but then you hold it to the caliber, or it doesn't quite hold the candle to what we saw on Train. Mouse are a very different opponent to that, but Guardian going to take the challenge in mid. And is anyone there to greet him?
Chris J, who's going to step out first? Who's going to get the advantage? The leg for Chris J. He's about to afflict it up a little bit, but it's been smoked out now. And that's bought time. Now Godby's on short, Nico and Connector. Now Starix has managed to push his way through. He's brute forced his way in here, and he has caught Nico. He's trying to guess at there's angles. He's managed to creep through. Starix completely whited out there by Nico. And they do manage to come out on top. Now that's given a complex problem to NaVi. Guardian and Edward at the top of mid. But Flamey and Seized are forced to rotate now. They're going through underpass.
They're really just not finding any picks here, NaVi. Guardian's not having the easiest times with Chris J because he's so willing to back away if that mid window gets smoked out. You see Nico kind of pushing a little closer to it, waiting for Edward to push through. And I wonder if they're going to do this. I wonder if they're going to try and stack window, which is something they go to. And Chris J seems slightly aware of this. He's still working so close. Guardian takes the legs from underneath him and says, no, you're not going to get control of mid that easy. Now let's see where they take us. Nico is still in window. God B is still kind of by short, pushing a little back towards B. And Nex is still there. Dennis, however, is on his own.
But Flamey's taking the bomb towards A site. Guardian was getting a peek. He's going to have a second peek as well. He's looking towards bench now, Guardian. Trying to see if he can get anything there. Nico holding that angle. Edward is actually coming his way, and they are going to start challenging each other. Dennis does manage to find one. And that's now Flamey pushing it towards A site. That's going to be Dennis cleared out, and now A site is in control. And now Edward should be able to cut them down as they try and push through. And next, the last man standing should be NaVi's round, unless Nex does anything spectacular here. He's just going to hold the angle.
Next, going to go in for it. Does at least find Edward, but he's not going to get much more from this. That bomb's probably planted very nicely for either Guardian or Flamey, and he knows that he's going to try and keep hold of this rifle, which he should be able to do at this sort of distance. But let's kind of, once again, recap a little bit of that round and kind of how it went down. The one thing that kind of surprised me is the fact that they didn't check for Dennis in that spot. Now, of course, we have hindsight, and we have, X-ray and all that stuff, but excuse me, Dennis has been playing that off angle quite a lot, and it's really worked out for him, especially on the plays towards A. So if you're splitting through mid, I'm surprised they didn't just by force of sheer habit check it, but Guardian did find that kill through the box with the AWP in the end, so it didn't really matter too much. But still, 6-5, NaVi not letting it get away too far from them, but Mouse making it a close one now.
Mouse had built up enough bank to buy straight back into this one, so they will be fully equipped once again. Edward, what are you doing, Edward? He's AFK. There we go. Decided to buy a couple of AKs in there now. So going to be a slow one from NaVi. I think that's what he's like. He's like, don't worry, guys. We play slow anyway. There's no rush. I don't need to buy just straight away. We can let the round start for a little while.
Oh, the flashes are not great from mousesports today. Chris J just got fully blinded then by Dennis.
Challenging.
And they know it. There was 2 flashes then. He saw, we didn't see one fail, but Guardian assumed maybe one failed. And he saw the second come in. You could hear it so clearly. And the timing was so off by mousesports. Chris J was just walking into a trap.
So, AWP down. Important round for Mouse because they'll be thrown down to Eco after this one. Guardian getting a little peek in there. Dennis has got himself tucked into just above Dark there. Flamey's going to be looking for the angle. He's going to be able to hop up on Tetris and we'll catch a glimpse of him through the smoke there. And now that opens up A site. Flamey gets another onto Nico. And now it's all on NaVi. Godby's got himself in a great position. If he could track around on C's, Godby's gone all the way up the top of mid. But C's got himself past. C's has got himself past. He could still get into a good position around the side. Next does get one on Flamey, but C's is going to run that bomb into A site. It's all on Godby to come around the back.
Pretty much, and I wonder where they're going to plant for in this one. Planting for short, so it's kind of negating Godby. C's could get caught out here if Godby wants to give it away, but I just don't see much happening out of this. Nex is already starting to back off, and it seems as though this one's just slipped a little bit too far out of the hands there.
He might catch Guardian, though. I think Guardian's going to back away Godby's direction, or Seized is creeping round. He is. Guardian's going to go straight into Godby here. Oh, did he just give his position away? No. He heard Guardian, though, so he knows somebody's coming away. That's an AWP he could get out of his hands. That's going to be quite useful. Godby failing his jumps twice, though.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Guardian's like, I heard that the second time.
And Seized is around the back as well. Oh, Guardian misses the shot.
Bomb. I think it was the bomb shake that actually threw him off. I don't know. Who knows? But either way, he does get taken down. They don't recover the AWP, though.
Next. Next as well. Not Next. I was just looking at Next. But no, next goes down as well, which is a bit of an issue here. So they don't manage to retain the two rifles that they had. And look at the money. 2.2k, 1.9. It's really not pretty. Sure, Nex is okay. He could maybe go for something himself, but what's the point? A deagle and some armor. You've got to go big right now if you want to make any damage in towards NaVi. And Flamey reading the play well and reading the economy, of course, very well. These guys are veterans, and no need to even say that, I guess. But the Mac 10 in hand, he's looking to farm up a little bit of kills, and look at it.
And they're 4-stacked on A site, Mouse have, so trying to second guess NaVi, but they've not decided to go that route. It is going to be short cleared out, and now they're just going to pick them off if they go try and challenge out Connector. Instead, they're going to try to push down ramp. Seized is coming around the back of them. They're all rushing down towards T-spawn. I think Dennis and Nex are like, oh, they're not over here, let's push back. Seized gets himself one, we'll get the second, and it's simply picking up cash for NaVi.
Nico and Chris J, the last two alive, not really in the position to do much, and Edward with the taps towards Chris J, and the long-range Mac 10 not going to work out. Nico just says, nope. See, he's looking to pick up his third. He'll do the damage. And NaVi break ahead on their T side, which is quite important to see. Bearing in mind, their most recent stats on this map, as you kind of alluded to earlier on, have been pretty decent. The wins they've been picking up have been good, beating out Virtus Pro, getting close to TSM 12-16. This is in the last 3 months, bearing in mind. So they've had some good results. They've lost out to Envy a couple of times, went overtime against Ignitas, so it's not most consistent, but they have been able to pick up. But Mouse, on the other hand, have got the good results.
Yeah. They're doing all right on here, and at the moment, though, it's not the greatest of CT sides. They're going to have to put something together on the T side, that's for sure. Flamey just bounces it in there. That's a nice little bounce there. Off the railing?
Yeah.
It's nice. I like that one.
Yeah, I actually, I was looking at it last time I was casting.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh!
Yeah, he's not.
That's
well,
nice.
I mean, the other one's always such a risky one, that the jump. It's a very risky nade, so the long range
Yep.
speed nade, so it's always a risky one.
Oh, Flamey through the smoke. Dennis should have had the drop on that, but maybe not paying full attention. Flamey gets the 1-for-1 trade out there. And any CT side losing out on one man, you know it's going to be difficult, but Chris J pulls it back into tow, taking out Starix, trying to play his way up towards mid, but you can see already that bomb is slowly but surely creeping in towards B. Seas takes down next. That should be the go signal. They know that maybe Godby's still alive by short, but still, they should be able to overwhelm him. Actually, Godby's not there. He's around the back. Chris J's hopping right into the side. Stunning stuff, taking down Seas. Bomb is loose. He can't adjust for Edward, but here comes Godby again. Around the back. He needs to make it count this time.
Bomb's going to get collected by Guardian and planted. Godby should be able to have the angle on him here. As soon as he comes around, he will see him, but he gave his position away there. I think Guardian got tagged up by him, but Nico manages to find it. Guardian tries to go no scope onto Nico, and he's not falling for that. Great stuff from mousesports. But going back to my point about the smokes, I remember talking to Cloud9 about it, and they were just like, I think this was way back at Katowice, and they was like, there's got to be a better angle, a better option, because it's such a risky smoke. And thinking back to yesterday, obviously that smoke on Cobblestone, when it didn't quite get in the right position, it gave Virtus Pro a massive angle to get around the side there. It really can win and lose rounds and games, honestly, if you don't quite get in the right spot. But Chris J's going aggressive.
And Guardian knows it. Look at the nade. He literally just sent him back. He was like, no. I know what you're up to. Nice try, but no. Now, Godby has to pull himself back here because they don't quite know where NaVi are. They saw that they weren't pushing out mid, which may display, okay, maybe they're trying B here. We haven't seen any indicators towards A. And now Godby's going to be tested very, very soon. They are starting to push their way through those B apartments.
Yeah, Starks has crept his way through underpass, seized his holding the angle with Flamey towards B site. Chris J and Godby are stacked at short as well, so
boost.
They're in a good position here. Like you say, Chris J boosted up and manages to find Starix there. We didn't quite get an angle on it, but it does manage to see it. Godby and Chris J. And NaVi are having to change direction. They're having to switch. So, like, we cannot possibly go onto B site here. It is stacked out. Let's turn to A. And Nico and Dennis are waiting for Guardian to push up connector.
There's so little they can do. Nico's going to be finding Guardian. They're not getting the entries now, NaVi. They're not finding the kind of pacing on it with only 35 seconds left. They have at least drawn Godby away from B by this play, by sacrificing Guardian, but they have to make the most of it. Edward's going to collapse on short. Cease is going to support now. Next is the last line of defense for Mouse.
Godby's going to push around short. He should be able to catch him. Catch a glimpse as they drop down, but gave his position away too soon. Flamey will get the bomb down. It's a 2-on-2. Caesar's going to get himself tucked in the corner. Flamey will back away towards Van. Or will he? He don't think he's got time to get there. And Nico, once again, with a beautiful clear out. He's a monster, no doubt about it. 21 kills for Nico. God, he's miles ahead of anyone on his team. Absolutely romping for mousesports. But It is Mouse that have the lead, but only just 8-7 as they switch to the T side.
And how many of those kills basically equated to them picking up the round? That's the more imperative part in my mind, is the fact that they weren't just, mid-round kills here and there, or like exit kills. They were retake kills on the B side that normally you just don't see people being able to achieve. It's such a hard side to retake on, especially when the bomb's down, they've got a relative setup. But still, I digress, as we are on the halftime. And it will be NaVi's turn on the CT side.
Zeus has rejoined. All right, okay, we'll see how he does. He's going to be getting in there. Starix didn't have too bad a showing when he came in, but I think they need to switch around because Zeus has joined the coach role. There we go. Now he's had to switch around. There we go. So he's going to be getting back in. So whatever the problem was has been resolved. So second half about to get underway. Pistol round going to be quite vital, I feel, here. NaVi, can they get their economy going? They are, as we mentioned, in a great position in the league right now. 12 wins, 5 losses. mousesports down the bottom, 3 wins, 7 losses. So not great for them. They could do with a win here, no doubt about it. But NaVi looking to try and set up and really amalgamate their qualification
Big word.
for the finals. I know, right? I'm sorry.
I say that word.
I was struggling.
And now you found that word.
I was struggling earlier.
Amalgamate.
Because I didn't know that word at all.
I don't think you learned that word.
I looked at the dictionary
The
quickly.
dictionary.
The
dictionary.
dictionary quickly between rounds. That was it. That's how I did it.
I'm proud of you.
know.
You could look to maybe a thesaurus, anything like that. Thesaurus, sorry. You could maybe check that one out. But yeah, just waiting for this one to get back underway. I can imagine NaVi just kind of discussing things through as they have been rejoined. And is this a new edition of the halftime thing, Matt? That looks new. That looks in the top right corner. That looks nice, doesn't it? Just in case we weren't sure. Because Mitch sometimes gets confused and starts casting these rounds. I've had to tell him to...
on these? Well, they're still warming up. Away he goes. Like, whoa.
Bless him. He gets real excited.
That's why you got to leave him in shackles. When he's,
I agree.
You just got to calm him down.
Yeah.
I mean, he's back on in a minute, so, he'll be building himself back up now. He'll be hyped. He'll be like out back, starting to do a couple of press-ups, getting himself going, running, jogging on the spot, ready and waiting to go. But we'll keep him contained for another half. Here we go. Pistol round underway. NaVi versus mousesports. Who will come out on top? It was a good T-side from NaVi, picking themselves up 7 rounds, but can mousesports better it as they pile into B?
Yeah, it's going to be Flamey and C's on the receiving end. Flashes do work on both of them. And again, this is great stuff. C's is completely blind, but Flamey comes out of it well. And now C's needs to support. They've got backup on way. NaVi piling in towards B. They're not letting this one drop. Flamey picking up 2 there. Zeus with 1. And this is just leaving mousesports in dire straits. Got B last man standing. Somehow, NaVi keep Flamey and Guardian alive on 1 HP each.
God B tracked him the whole way around the middle of B. It's like, he's running there, he's running around there. Just tracking him. Couldn't keep the aim on him, and Flamey gets himself 3 beautiful little USP kills there.
To be fair, the flash that came through caught both of them off.
Yeah.
So the more impressive part is that NaVi actually recovered well and then took them all down. Even though taking so much damage, they keep everything clean. So now let's see what mousesports go to here. I always like the fact, or at least the kind of style that mousesports bring, of how they take control of mid. The smoke's a kind of cut-off connector. But Guardian, he knows something's up here. He's already going walkabout to mid. There's 3 players waiting. And actually, GotB takes him down.
Yeah, a couple of deagles, don't forget, for Mouse, how important they were. NaVi picked up that second round. Last time around, Mouse are going to try and hope to do the same, but it doesn't look like it's going to work that way, as C's just cuts them down, and Edward will close it out with a double. So 9-8 NaVi. Quick round for them in the end, down to mousesports going aggressive. But that will give NaVi, you would assume, another round on their belt here, because it looks like Mouse are going to go some sort of full save. Just a couple of flavoured pistols. Pistols.
Are you good? I'm worried.
I'm just a little off-kilter tonight. I don't know why.
Oh, just have another sip of the Red Bull. Sponsored,
I'm just clearing up
shout-out.
Mitch's mess, actually. That's what I was doing.
That'll take a while. He makes a bit of a mess. Anyway, Mal's just going for that challenging mid. You can see them out there with the P250s. And Nico with the deagle.
Nip.
Let's not bring up my stuttering. It's just mean. Got a speech impediment. I chose a very poor career with this. But yeah, Flamey, C's, Guardian all looking for these challenges. They're holding the angle, but they're looking for it. So now Flamey pushing out a little further. Going to find one. Just saw the Tracer fire coming out from GotB. Gets absolutely wrecked. But still, he's only going to recover the SMG there, the MP9. So yeah,
GotB's going to try and sneak in and get the bomb plant down. I think he's going to. That is great.
Money.
That is great for mousesports. Literally something from nothing there. That's literally all God B could do. So they do get themselves something for nothing, just trying to clean up the guns, get everything they can. Thinking back to Navi, and obviously with Clutch coming up now for the major, just in, what, a couple of days' time now.
Yeah, it's not far
honestly. Navi were really unlucky with the last major. They obviously came up against Fnatic, probably tested Fnatic the most out of anyone, I think, throughout the whole of the tournament as well. Really put up a great performance. I hope to see them doing better here. Actually, tell a lie, Virtus Pro did really tested Fnatic.
Yeah, Virtus Pro
in the semis.
didn't go down without a fight. The last map was a little bit...
Oh, that Inferno when they got to 14 rounds and couldn't close it out.
Alrighty, though. We are going to see Mouse on the full buy now, so a lot of utility. A lot, everything they'd want. So if there's any time to do it, it's got to be now. Let's see how this one goes down. Godby already with the molly, going to drop that out to connected to deny the peak and any mid control to the CT side. Flash over the top, and now goes for the challenge.
Oh, Guardian, that was a blind shot!
He might have seen something, or maybe just he read that timing so perfectly. And I wouldn't put it past Guardian. I'd have loved to do it.
It was his second shot. I think he was just doing literally shots through the smoke. It's like, I've got the angle. I'll just keep firing and see if I hit anything. And oh man, that was unlucky for Mouse. But either way, that's the way the cookie crumbles. And this double AWP setup is in position. Seized is trying to do the same as well, but this time he's actually trying to jump. Seriously, jumping no scope AWPs.
Why not? He's got a safety at least of the smoke, kind of.
Well, if it worked, well, I think Dennis would be a little aggrieved by that one. But the bomb is at ramp. And now it's Guardian and Edward that are holding the angles here. Next is going to try and creep his way in. He finds Nico. Manages to get the kill, and that's both down. That Molly's going to keep Zeus out of it, and suddenly they have control of A side.
Next just stepping out here, taking these challenges is absolutely beautiful, but that bomb is in a predicament. The mid-fight is the most important factor right now. Dennis actually doesn't win it out either, and Seized and Flamey pick up the kills on the cross. That could have gone either way then. Those challenges were so important.
Straight up 1v1 duels. Could have gone either way, no doubt about it. But they keep hold of the double AWP. That's the most important thing for Navi. Their economy is still not great, though, because of had so many losses in these last few rounds. It's going to be a Tech-9 train. Let's see where mousesports take this one, what station they're going to stop at.
Yeah, Molly there, coming up for Chris J. Got B with the smoke. It looks like it's going to be a B if it goes this way, but they always do adapt. They can go through under Pascu, the kind of Virtus Pro style on their pistols, but doesn't seem like it. It looks like they want to get this B site going.
In towards Flamey, who has himself a molly, nade, smoke, flash, everything set up for him. Here we go. There's the nade going straight in. It does catch on towards Dennis, and next the smoke will follow. The molly goes down as well. And now they're going to keep on pushing through this. So Flamey's just going to get picked off. Didn't manage to get himself a kill, but Guardian does. And now the rest of the team are collapsing in and around. Through the smoke. Dangerous stuff there from Seized as he tries to collapse on there. Godby will get the bomb down, and Mouse have 3 on site.
This could get dangerous, but that nade removes the AWP. That was in the hands of Dennis, but Godby gets one back. It's a 2v2.
Edward's going to come from short. Guardian from kitchen. Now Godby has it covered out from bench there. Now Chris J's trying to give the Overwatch angle, but it's not a great angle for him, but he will catch a glimpse of Edward's head, and now it's just all on Guardian. He's pushing in with P250 in hand. He can't find Godby, and now he's going to have to switch out to the AWP, but Godby's going to push his position, and Mouse with the Tech-9 train take over B site and pick themselves up some rifles on the way out.
Wow, just pushing Na'Vi all the hell out, and Na'Vi taking those fights after fights and just not being able to do the Nico. Nico last time was just barrel in there on the retakes on their CT side. Do the Nico. But not having any of that. That was really nice from Mouse, considering what they had to work with was absolutely minimal. Now they're back on this really beautiful buy-up, and we're going to see Guardian again taking this towards mid, and Godby, let's see how you do. Are you going to rinse and repeat? I goddamn hope not for your sake.
Yeah, because Guardian is...
It's done it again! Guardian!
Totally blind! I could just imagine Twitch down right now. I think VAC will be spammed all across the world as Edward also picks off Nico. And Mouse once again down to 3 players. And this is a similar situation last round. They shouldn't have won out that round.
Oh,
Flamey being challenged out by Chris J here, just tucking himself in. Oh, and almost caught with a nade in hand. Now he drops down. Chris J will still come out on top in that duel. Flamey, oh my god, he's going to be kicking himself for that one. Now Guardian and Chris J in a straight up AWP duel on site. And Chris J finds Guardian. Zeus the last man standing.
This has been beautiful from Chris J, and he's even expecting Zeus. He gets it. That's 4 for him.
Oh.
Wow. Even with Guardian picking up kills with absolutely no right to do so, Chris J shows him that they can still do just as much back. And now look at Navi's economy in tatters.
Flat broke. They can't do a great deal here. And mousesports with the Tech-9 train into what's now a pretty damn healthy economy, because Chris J's yet to spend any money on a weapon. He's collected that AWP 2 rounds ago and made great use of it.
No kidding.
Don't forget, again, that round started
All
off
off the bat.
2 members down for Mouse, and they still came out on top yet again. Twice, NaVi lose 5 on 3s. Edward, though, goes aggressive and manages to find himself a weapon in Palace with Zeus. But mid-control is in the hands of Mouse, and they're pushing short on B.
Yeah, they're just going to take it all the way there. They've got the smokes down, but look at the tags! Next and God B gone down so low. Edward's just going to tap through, and he does find God B. But now we are onto the B side itself. One man still lurks, staying alive. That's Flamey. He's removed the threat from the B apartments. It's down to 2. It's a 3-on-2, but NaVi can't recover these rifles.
Look how low Nex is as well. Zeus is going to get around the back of him, and that's going to be an easy kill, and it's all on Chris J once again. He's already got 2 in the round. Tech 9 in hand. Could try and find Zeus here. He knows he's got 1 to the left, 1 to the right. It's Edward. They're trying to do the split attack, and it's actually drawing his bullets down. He hasn't got a great deal left.
God.
He finds 1, finds the second. Chris J goes huge again, and 4 kills. A second round running. mousesports trial of the game.
Oh my word, Chris J, you have just gone beast mode. That's 8 kills in 2 rounds. Simple math it may be, but that was not simple. mousesports are going to be NaVi are going to be kicking themselves for letting that one slip. Wow. They were so close to having that as well. They had nothing. And they pulled it back from the very brink, but still, 11-11. We knew this was going to be a good game. I didn't expect it to be this good. But, wow. Absolutely perfect. Anyway, trying to recover from that. It looks like Mouse are going to go for the standard A play, or kind of more standard than what we're expecting from them or previously seen. But
Edward's going to peek, I think.
Let's see how this goes. No. Smoke's going to go up by a little more time. Let's see if Mouse are disciplined.
That's that cheeky spot that Edward's trying to hold there. Just get the little angle onto ramp. I think he's going to check it. Gets a little peek around the corner. Doesn't see anyone. Now, Chris J's backed away from Palace. They were double stacked there because, remember, they did just lose someone in Palace a moment ago. They got rushed out with the pistols. But now they're setting up for the smokes. Chris J, smoke goes out. And they're going to make the move on towards A site. Godby gets himself up through connector, and that's going to cause problems. Edward's going to get a good flash out there. Doesn't really manage to find anyone, though. And Dennis will clear him out. Now A site in control. It's all on Flamey and seized.
NaVi just falling to pieces.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happened. Suddenly, mousesports have just kicked it up a gear. They've gone, all right, Chris J, you just go a little wild, all right? Nico can just play like a beast on CT side. And Flame is going to get the exit here short towards Chris J, recover a rifle, but Godby's there instantly to say, you're not going to get away with that. As C's now, last man standing, he should be able to keep hold of this, but NaVi, what's happened? I can't, you know what I mean? It's just like Mouse are just hitting shots now.
Yeah. And the biggest problem is, with Mirage, any CT side, if your economy is constantly in tatters, it's really hard to build any momentum, any flow going. And mousesports have really kicked it up a gear here. Like you say, that's, what, 4 or 5 rounds running now. And NaVi, after buying heavily into that one, haven't really got a great deal again. So we're looking at possibly a 13-11 here, unless something happens. Now here is the traditional NaVi pause. Perfect time to do it as well, 12-11. They're not going to have a great deal in this one, unless they're probably going to pick up a couple of CZs maybe, and 5-7s, but that's about it. They really have had problems. They haven't been able to deal with Mouse. Like, it's just been those crazy B pushes that have worked so well for Mouse. And obviously this time it was an A hit, but it's the B hits that really caused the problems. Yeah,
and before, Flamey was being prolific at like slowing them down, not letting them in, and then you'd have players instantly back him up. Guardian would come straight over.
They countered Flamey with about 5 flashes. That's how they managed to get
so
him cleared out of his position.
So you need to have 5 flashes, and then you're good.
And it
then
worked,
you just have to kill him.
It worked. Once he was down, nobody else seemed to be able to retake the site, like Nico was for mousesports.
Yeah, exactly. There has been no Nico on those retakes. And I'm just trying to look back at mousesports' game. So recently they played Hellraisers, got a 16-14 victory over them. This is on Mirage, of course. That was not too long ago. Then Titans, 16-8. 16-8 Penta, 16-11 Dig. And then just prior to that, they did lose out to Hellraisers once. But this has been a very good streak for Mouse recently. They've been, I say specifically to this map. Outside of that, I wouldn't say it's so hot. They've had, a severe amount of losses in a row, excluding Mirage, basically. It's been loss after loss for them, losing out to Nip, Dig, TSM, CSGO Lounge, E-Frag. Not to call them lesser teams, but they've certainly had some really tough results. So seeing them come out this strong is going to really build them back up. I can imagine, momentum-wise, kind of team chemistry-wise, when you're on these big loss streaks, you are demotivated in the game. You are kind of second-guessing yourself. So them to start winning up, or at least picking up rounds like this, is a great display. However, They're not at the finishing line yet. They're en route for it. 12-11 is great. And they've had, what, a good couple of rounds back-to-back now.
And it's such a big turnaround. Like, just looking at the scoreboard, look at Chris J. He's on 19 kills. He got 8 of those kills in 2 rounds. So it actually, they weren't doing that great at that time. It's just a couple of players stepped up at the right time. Guardian's gone with a scout. And there's a couple of pistols to try and back it up. They tried the aggressive push in towards Connector, but that was already smoked off. Mouse were quick on that one. I think they realized what was up here. Flamey's going to try and go aggressive. Now, Seized, a lot of pressure on him in this round. He's the only one with a rifle.
Good luck,
Well, an
Seized.
M4 out of a scout, but you know what I mean.
It's not going to go too well for him, I can imagine. Zeus is trying to edge it a little closer. He actually has
Edward's
managed
gone very aggressive in A, which is why NaVi are 4 stacked over at B side.
They might be worried though that Chris J could be in Palace, but still, you can't hold every angle, you can't check everything, so I guess it's making the most of it. Edward should hear Nico running about though, so they're going to know there's still a mid presence, or he's towards the top of mid.
If he moves quick, he's going to find Nico. Oh, Dennis is looking. Bad timing. It's going to be a short push. They're going into 4 members of NaVi here.
Well, Flamey's been removed, and now Nico's actually going back. That's a bomb down! Edward has a chance here. He can't utilize it. He can't get the rifle out of it.
But he saw
now
the bomb.
Seized is able to spring to action. Look at the time as well. That's running low. 35 seconds. mousesports switching up. Going to head towards A. Seized has the drop towards God B, and already Guardian is en route towards A.
And Zeus knows there's a weapon at the top there. He's going to pick himself up an AK. Should do. Oh, he didn't pick the weapon up. Instead, I think he must have got schooled away. Either way, he's coming in with a pistol. It's going to be tricky. Now he collects himself an AK, but Chris J cuts him down. So 13-11. Well, expected round loss for NaVi in that one. This is the one that counts. They had the pause. They had the discussions. Let's see what it bears fruit, because ordinarily a NaVi pause definitely turns things around, but they are really up against it right now against mousesports.
Yeah, they really are. Backs to the walls now. mousesports are getting really flush with cash. Still 7k in the bank for Chris J if required. 6 over for God B, so sitting real pretty on that. But 13-11. It's now or never almost for NaVi, as you stated. It's starting to become a little bit of a dire situation money-wise. And Guardian trying to adjust for that mid-control. Chris J trying to get the opener again, and he has been imperative. And Flamey respecting that, backing away, not outstaying his welcome there. Him and C's going to have to step up their game.
Like you mentioned, Flamey was having a great game. He was clearing out A side early. He's got 27 kills, so it proves how good a game he was having. But as of yet, has been pressured off of that B side, but did take Chris J down to 32 health with that grenade, so delays things just for now. The bomb is with Nico, and that's over towards A ramp at the moment. Guardian flashed out. That's going to buy time for Dennis to get the angle as he pushes up to connect, but Guardian will manage to get that opener, backs away and gets out clean. As I say, that C's is cleared out and short.
Bomb's going A though. That's, Guardian decided to look towards B. Zeus is looking towards the window. They're not quite in the right place at the right time. The smokes to go down. Edward has to be a linchpin in this one. Let's see what he can do. He gets one. He can't get the second. He gets the tag, and now a nade could do the damage.
He saw the bomb bounce though. He will have spotted that, and Zeus is going to clear out Gobby, who got into window. And now it's a 3-on-2. It's a tricky 3-on-2. Guardian, oh, he's going to see the feet. Just managed to catch. I think he might have caught a glimpse of Nex in the background there as well. He's coming around, going to try and go for the plan, but it's just that unlucky situation. And NaVi do manage to pick up the round. Now, mousesports have picked up, what, 5 rounds running, I believe it was.
Yep.
So they will be able to afford to buy straight back into this one. Plenty of cash flushed around mousesports, so they're going to buy straight into it. And Guardian, it seems to be on him to get the opener. That's exactly what it was on Train previously against Hellraisers.
Yeah.
And again, managed to get that opener down connector. Ooh, he's actually going over towards B, so they're expecting a B hit here. Guardian's going to line up at that.
Well, I guess if you're mousesports, I guess you want to think basically, that if you lose a round, go back to what works, which is going B. But then again, mousesports not being that predictable. Chris J finds Guardian. How is he doing this?
Guardian's aggression backfiring on him there. And we were talking about the opener, but Chris J now is going to start moving towards that. And that's going to give NaVi a problem as Chris J finds another. It sees that goes down. Oh, didn't quite get the leg of Flamey. I mean, you got to risk it and try it, but sometimes it works. Dennis is going to make his way towards connector, though. Zeus has actually rotated towards kitchen. Oh, this is disastrous as Mouse are making their way. Edward's going aggressive on ramp, and that's exactly where Nico and Nex are pushing.
Oh God, Edward, once again in your hands. Can you stop it? He's fully white. Great stuff from Mouse, not letting anything go unbeknownst to them. They're cautious, they're careful, and it's paid off. And now Flamey and Zeus are locked down. They tried to read into what maybe Mouse were thinking, but Mouse kind of flipping the switch and Gobby saying, you're not that close to us. You don't understand what we're going for, and we can adjust perfectly. So now, Flamey and Zeus going to try and keep what they can, but still, mousesports with another solid round.
And they're going to hunt these weapons down. They have to.
Why not?
Because NaVi will be broke if they can take these weapons out of their hand. They invested so heavily. It's Flamey that's picked up the orb. That was Guardians. Dennis is going to be the one that challenges that one. We're looking at Nico in apartments where there's nobody anywhere near. Thanks, Graham.
Delay him.
Now we're going to look towards it. Flamey did manage to land the shot. Slow things down, but they know where they are, so they're going to have to come in two-prong. Godby's going to hop up and get taken down. Straight to the crosshairs. It's down to Nico to try and find Zeus at the back. Zeus gets him. Missed everything, mate. Like, literally the last 4 kills. Totally missed. And there was only 2 people alive. It wasn't very hard to follow that one.
Be nice.
Stop using auto-director, you lazy person.
I'm worried about casting me. I think my job's on the line. It's not good. I get fired. Anyway, 14-12. mousesports 2 rounds away from a victory here. Certainly a well-needed one against NaVi. Been a little bit quiet in this, but still, let's find out what they can bring to the plate now, as there's still a lot to be played for here. Mouse back with the buy, but Seized looking to greet him. Looking for this. Up and down. You can see the smokes being lined up, and these have been important.
So risky. Chris J's won this duel so many times.
And Flamey isn't here this time. He's playing short. It's all Seized.
Oh, and it's all coming his way, yeah. Look at the smokes all being lined up. You can see them all posed with that X-ray. But is it going to be a fake?
Huge.
Is this going to be a total fake? Smoke's going down. Manages to get one next, but I don't think he can get any more from that one. He's going to pop flash himself out. No, not quite going to get away from it. But Flamey, it buys him time. He gets 1, he gets 2. Can he get the 3rd? No, but Guardian will. And now it's Dennis, the last man standing, who gets picked apart. And NaVi hang on for another round. mousesports, they're going to be kicking themselves on that one, because it was all about that opening scout shot.
Yeah, it was. You know, Mouse was so close to getting that, but Flamey's retraction was brilliant as well. This is what started things off. He waits for the flash to dissipate, pops up just as he comes out of it, just catching a glimpse of next, and that's all he needed. He doesn't get much more from that, but the pop flash he put out allowed Flamey the time to come back around, and this has forced Mouse onto this Tech 9 buy. Last time, they went B. It looks like NaVi are expecting this to some degree, but I like this adaptation. Flamey actually switching things up here with Seized. Flamey going to be playing more towards short, Seized more focused towards those apartments.
Now they lost to this Tech 9 train that Mouse pulled out last time. Very much a different style. I think it's going to be a short to B, looking like the way they're setting up, the way that Godby's over there as well. So Flamey could be crucial. Guardian's rotated. He's left Zeus into window now. And we can see Nico and Nex. They're just buying the time. Waiting for that clock to tick. Seized is going to get challenged out. Not going to panic, though. He's holding the angle. It's a risky angle to hold, but he manages to get 1. Can't get the spray down on the 2nd, though. And now Chris J has got himself an opening B. They've pushed and short already. 4 of them all piling in.
Yeah, and Zeus is fully white. He should get caught out here. Flamey's not much better either, but Flamey lands a shot. This is going better slightly for NaVi, but still, this is sloppy. Christian and Dennis not going to let this slip. It's down to Guardian and Edward. The nade doesn't quite find him.
1 health. 1 health for Chris J is all he's got. Guardian and Edward pushing out of kitchen. Chris has to hide. Dennis at bench. They've got to cover the angles off. There's the smoke. They've got 2 flashes as well, Edward. They could make use of them, but Chris J finds 1. And now it's all on Edward. He has to find 1. Doesn't get the 2nd. Dennis lands it. Gets himself to match point. mousesports really taking NaVi to the limit.
Chris J playing out of his mind. Again and again when he shouldn't be able to get these kills. He was on 1 HP with a Tech 9. You just shouldn't be able to be allowed that time to breathe. You should not have that opportunity. But still, let's see what NaVi can scrape together here. They have to do exactly what was just done to them, back to their opponents. They've got the Scout, they've got the M4, they've got, you know, a Famous, a Deagle, a 5-7. It's not looking likely, but maybe there's a touch of a possibility here. God knows how they're going to pull this one out, though. Especially if Chris J starts hitting these sort of shots that he's been finding consistently throughout this game. But still, a slow round from mousesports. They want to see what they're up against. Is there aggression in mid? And NaVi trying to switch up the pace here. Seized last time, delivered with the Scout. Taking down Nex. He's going back for more.
Again, a little peek there. Dennis is about to show himself. He's going straight to seize his crosshair. Seize saw that. I think Dennis may have caught a glimpse as well, though. Yeah, Chris J's on the rotate. Bringing in the heavy hitter. They need to try and take down Seized.
I don't think they... I don't know.
I mean, it's the slightest pixel. Obviously, we can see it from Seized because he's bearing down the barrel I think they did. Oh, but he managed to land the head. Okay, that's the opener they needed. Flame is backing him up. Flamey needs a weapon. He's got himself the 5-7 in hand. But the damage may well have just been done there. Certainly a great start for them. Chris J is going to switch things up. He's going through underpass, and Gobby's going to join him. But Zeus is going to get the angling window.
Yeah, and Guardian and Edward haven't moved a muscle. They're still well set up here. You're going to see the smoke coming in. Eventually. So that gets put down. That's going to cut off jungle at least. Allow them a chance here, but Guardian's got the lineup. Chris J finds Zeus though. It's not over yet. Chris J coming into it. Next finds Guardian. Edward waited so patiently, but there's still one by ramp. Next is still there. Edward hit a shot, will you, man? Next finally goes down, but that was a real meal. But still, NaVi stay alive.
Painted the wall with bullets. Finally manages to find the shot he needed. And they live to breathe another round. mousesports kicking themselves after that one because 2 members of NaVi were on pistols in that round and the scout and FAMAS. But Seized finding that opening headshot onto Dennis. Stop the attack on B site. Force them to make that switch over to A. And now it's mousesports that are in danger of going to overtime. Just the single AK for Chris J. Everybody else on Tech 9s, and Seized is going looking for kills up mid.
Let's see if he can get any of them. Dennis is waiting ever so patiently. But I'm so sure that Cease will check this. There we go. Dennis actually giving away the game. The pop flash might allow him out. Gave him the angle just to peek just before on. As you said, Chris J, the man with the rifle. Gonna have to be the big heavy hitter that he should have been from last round. And look at this NaVi really stacking up. They're considering B so readily because Mouse love hitting this site.
33 kills for Flamey. A lot of that work was done in the opening round, but he's certainly been making up for it over on B site as well. mousesports. Stagnant positioning right now. Trying to run the clock down, trying to force Flamey and Co to use all their utility. And they have. They've not got a great deal. Everything's been thrown out over on B site. But it's A site was where they're going.
NaVi know just right about now.
Look at Seized, he's tracking him.
Just turned. This is smart, and Seized is round the back. He gets one, he gets 2. Chris J got to be full. Dennis will get the kill, but that is the gun out of the game. That's Nico and Next being the main parts here. Now Edward waits. Guardian finds Nico. It's down to just Dennis, and Dennis will fall. Ladies and gents, we are going overtime. NaVi, remember how they should be playing this game. They suddenly find their form.
Incredible stuff overall, really. You've got to look towards NaVi. Now, that's, I think it's 8-7.5 here. Both halves, 8-7. So both very good T-side. It took NaVi a long time to get going there. mousesports were in danger of running away with it. They went, I think it was like 5 or 6 rounds running on the T-side. NaVi just didn't seem to have an answer for them. They finally do step up, though. Bit of brilliance coming out of Chris J. Certainly spurred mousesports on, no doubt about that one. But now we are into overtime. Can mousesports go the extra mile, or have NaVi managed to escape the jaws of defeat? I think they may just have. I think mousesports are going to be kicking themselves with that loss. Effectively, the loss. Yeah.
If they lose this, they're going to be so mad at this because they were so close.
I'm thinking back to NIP the other day as well.
Oh, don't even bring that up.
They were at 14-6, was it? I think it was, and they managed to go to overtime and lose. It was Titan, wasn't it? That
was devastating to watch. But still, waiting on the overtime. We can just kind of chill out. We can talk about skins again if you want, but no, we're just going to wait on NaVi. Starix currently with us. Maybe they're like, we did kind of a little bit better maybe with Starix earlier on. Maybe we need to keep him here. Maybe not.
No, is it Zeus that's gone again?
Yeah, I think Zeus is having issues.
Yeah, and they're not going to want to go. They're not going to want to go without him because they just managed to pull it back with him.
Yeah.
What do you guys at home think? Do feel free to get in contact.
How can they do that, Lee?
Well, they could use Twitter.
Oh.
That's a very good social media platform.
Quite the avenue, I hear.
Use at They Call Me Pansy, or at Follow D-Man, or at ESL at ESEA Pro League.
Wow.
Everything all thrown at you at once. And don't forget also to use the Score esports app as well, because you can follow all of the esports news on that all across the world.
But where is that available? If I wanted to, maybe get that app, is it?
Play Store.
Oh, on Google Play and the iOS app store?
Yes.
Wow.
Both on Android and iOS.
Oh, that is fantastic. Thank God.
That is amazing.
God, I wish I could just see those dollar bills
What would you do without those apps?
Oh, God knows.
I would look at the internet instead.
Who knows? I think there's a site called HLTV. I'm not sure, but...
That's a bit edgy.
Oh, edgy kid, Joe. Oh, come on, NaVi. I believe in you. You can get 5. You can do it. But no, let's kind of talk about that game a little bit here because there's a lot to be said. Let's kind of take that second half into account. So, Chris J. let's start with that.
Well, actually, got B. Let's start with him because he was the original man that snuck in, got the bomb down with that pistol, which got them the money to be able to buy into that round to get things rolling. And obviously, he's the man that's calling the shots, but he managed to sneak in a good few times in towards that B side. B side was the weakness, clearly, for NaVi in that round.
Yeah.
But then we finally locked it down.
Yeah, and we kind of saw the response then coming out from Flamey as well, how he kind of changed it up, playing short a little more, not trying to challenge outside directly.
They switched, actually. It was Seized managed to switch onto the van.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he switched from short to van, obviously realizing that was where they were pushing through. They're not live right now, guys. Don't worry. We're not just talking over rubbish. There is a clear warm-up sign in that top right-hand corner, unless your eyes cannot.
What sort of font would you say that is?
I don't know. It's a pretty horrific one.
I'm not sure if I like. It looks like it's almost. I almost like it.
Metallic, slim. I'm pretty sure Matt's not going to be happy about us talking about his font.
Matt's never happy.
Because I know he likes the thin font.
Oh, does he? Matt's our producer, by the way. Shout out to Matt.
Yeah.
Big up Matt. He just chills in the background. When we annoy him, he cuts back to us on camera.
Every single Pro League show you ever see is producer Matt.
Yep.
He does a lot of work. A lot of work for this show. A lot more than we do.
Yeah, we just kind of sit here and just talk nonsense. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's great. It's the easy gig.
Yeah. Easy life.
Although it is a Sunday.
That's
the downside. The social hour's not the best.
But then again, I don't have much of a life. So
nobody does in esports.
I was discussing the
yes, we were
the Raver brand cleaning wipes.
Yes, I saw that. I saw that.
I went through like half a pack. I was really going to town.
It was an
in the
exciting
apartment.
Saturday night.
It was. We finished the show, and I decided I wanted to clean the apartment. So really, just had great fun. And look at this, such a great 1v1. Chris J, outstanding player, up against Guardian. Can you believe it? No. I'm getting throwbacks. Look at this. Oh, Guardian.
Is it going to be sensational?
That
was awful.
I don't think sensational quite covers it. Oh,
that
Guardian.
Was terrible.
Guardian, please. Well.
Don't play like that when he goes live, please. We're still waiting for Zeus to get yourself in here. Come on, Zeus. You can do it.
Connecting to servers is hard.
internets.
No, connecting to servers is hard. I can't manage it.
They really
to be
don't
fair, my game doesn't
Starix.
actually allow me to press tab right now. I don't know how to fix the spectator client sometimes. Like when I press tab, the UI disappears. It's a nice new feature. 10 out of 10.
They're going to make it
Would
late,
recommend.
aren't they? Look at it. We're 15 minutes into the next match.
I was excited for the
Penta and
pub.
Fnatic are going to be sat waiting. But it's all right because I'm pretty sure that game's going to make up time.
Well, that's good. I was excited to have a nice little pint of ale. I was going to treat myself to some ale. Haven't had that in a while. That's not sponsored by anyone, though. That'd be amazing. We should get, like, sponsors for ale. That'd be good.
I'd be very happy with that.
That'd be amazing. Why don't we do
Bit
that?
of Doom Bar.
Anything. Anything. It's an IPA. I'm happy. Just deliciousness.
How to be an ESL caster. Repeat quarter glimpse, and he's going to be kicking himself. That's really educational, Oh Snowy.
Are we calling people out on Twitter
No,
live?
I'm just reading that one out.
Okay.
And if you guys at home can cast better, by the way,
do it.
Feel free to actually send VODs to me on Twitter.
Yeah.
I would quite happily review them and look at your VODs and see how good a cast you are, because you guys are obviously better. You're all global elites.
Let's not be a salty dog now.
I've done this for a good few years, so
really?
I am quite open to actually VOD review for people. I know a lot of people out there actually do want to do this job.
Are you just trying to get a job right now? Are you trying to just get some money on the side? Is it?
Sadly, it's like a lot of hours used for no thrills.
Wait, has Matt has Matt made the font wider? Matt's made the font wider.
He has.
But no,
salty Matt.
The thing is, actually, the one thing I do like about kind of stuff today is the fact that anyone can cast in theory. You know, there's a lot of kind of spectator IPs available.
Anyone believes they can cast.
And everyone can stream as well to a degree. Of course, some internet issues may arise, but to some degree,
Zeus is back.
It can happen. But we have got Zeus back with us. Yay. And we can put our saltiness aside. It's okay. If I read any criticism, we'd be here for a while.
Oh,
I remember
yes.
at some point everyone was doing guys, you should do the reading mean tweets, and they're like, would you like an essay or like a nice sit down evening with me?
My tweets are generally not that bad. Yours, however, are
special.
A lot of special boys out on the internet, I believe.
A whole new world of just glory. I love the internet. It's the best thing is they think that we haven't been on the internet that long, so we'd be really shocked. It's like, Oh, okay. It seems you are new here. It's adorable. It's absolutely adorable. But no, we're just going to chill out, wait for this one to start up. It looks like they're almost ready to rumble, as 15-15 is.
Sadly,
as well.
I'm one of the few that can say I was on the internet when it began.
That's depressing. That's just depressing. Why would you vocalize that?
Oh, I remember
What happened
seeing
before the
Scoots talking
internet?
about the old modems, and I was like, yes, I remember those days of £300 a month phone bills.
What did you do before the internet?
Actually, you know what? Kind of the internet and MMOs was what kind of ballsed up my university career, but we'll get to that another time.
I see. So gaming ruined your
Ultima
life.
Online and Transport Tycoon literally ruined. And Diablo 1.
Transport Tycoon. Wow.
Guys, that is
No wonder you live in Germany.
OpenTTD.com. Fantastic, fantastic
Stop it.
game.
Oh my
Just
God.
go
Okay,
check it
we
out.
are live
We're
in
into
overtime.
the game. Woo!
Navi will be on the CT side, mousesports on the T side, and we are back into this one. Can Mouse Pete just keep up that form they somehow seem to find towards the end of this? Because Navi is switching things up. Guardian's going to find Chris J, and Edward and C's are going hunting.
They're going flash straight out there, but Nexus ready and waiting for it. Doesn't quite get the second, but the revenge will come from Nico. And Mouse were totally expecting that one. Now this could open things up. Zeus has actually joined him. So 3 members of Navi going into ramp room. Unbelievable. Flamey's going to get around the back of Dennis and God B here if he goes for the boost. Oh, Flamey. He's tucked himself in. He's not going to be aware. It's God B once again. He's going to be launching... Oh, I love watching pro players fail. Boosts. Oh, but he still manages to get the kill anyway. Why not?
But this is the important one. Zeus just killed Nico, who had the bomb. So now they know where the bomb is. Guardian finds Dennis, and now they just cut them at the knees. God B's in between a rock and a hard place. Zeus needs to play this smart, though.
Zeus heard him coming, I think. And that's actually buying time.
I don't
Guardian's
think
going to
he
get the scope across. Zeus, he's got the angle, but look at God B sat ready and waiting. Now we're down to a one-on-one. God B, 36 seconds on the clock. He's got to go straight into the crosshairs of Guardian. Very easy for him in the end. 3 kills for Guardian that round.
And Guardian should hit shots like that every day of the week.
Yes, that's like
simple
easy.
as that. That is his bread and butter for him. But sometimes I always do find that the simplest shots are sometimes the hardest. But it does seem as though Guardian kept his nerve, and we are going to see Navi picking up the first round in overtime here. And let's see where we go for. None of these teams really opting for the double AWP, so that's not really a factor when it comes into it. A lot of CT teams kind of have that dangerous first purchase of the double AWP, and if it doesn't work out, they are in a bit of a predicament. However, looking at this one, Flamey going walkabouts.
Oh, and there's the flames going down as well. It's going to get countered by Zeus, but he's going aggressive. Godby's the man that's about to check around that corner. Good little peek there, little jiggle out. It can't quite reach to the weapon in time, and Flamey will find him. While that was all happening, Guardian picked himself up one as well. And now Next pushes through, finds Guardian, gets a glimpse across the side. He's got Zeus peeking him around the side, and Zeus will get the angle. Flamey pushing through the smoke. 2 people running straight in towards him, but he doesn't manage to line up the shot. Nico does. And now it's a 3-on-2.
And these are the 2 players who clutched for Mouse, and Chris J is doing it again. Zeus goes down. He knows he's here, but he can't get the shot off. It's down to a 2v1. Nico made a run for it. But how much can he achieve now on his own?
Yeah, this is a real tough position for Nico. Is he really going to go through underpass again? I mean, he's just made the full journey all the way around from mid. And he's just going to go straight back in, trying to sell the fake out to Seized. Edward's going to get himself in window, but he's going to be too late to get the peek here. It's going to be Nico finding him in connector at this rate. Yeah, Edward's going to have the angle. He's checking on connector to the right-hand side. Nico delicately approaching this one. It's going to be a tricky one. He's got to spin to the right now. And he manages to find it. He's going to get time for the bomb now. 16 seconds on the clock. All the time he needs. Cease is going to try and get the shot. Try and get the shot from short. Oh, Nico almost. Yeah, he adjusted position. It's almost like he went through your memory. He went, wait. I'm planting completely in the wrong place. Flash goes out. Buys himself time. He's got an AWP in hand.
And it's planted for him.
Cease knows it as well. The flash
He's
counter. He's sticking it. It's not going to work. And Nico, beautiful stuff. Great clutch there. 1v2.
Picking up the 3K in the end overall. Nico being the big impact there. Guardian did the same in the first round. Now Nico doing it for Mouse. 16-16.
And just think of it. That was that Flamey on that lineup on short when they pushed through smoke on him. Just didn't quite land those shots. They pushed to the right-hand side of him. Obviously, he was doing it blind. He just realized he was getting stuck by something. But all square once again. 16-16. Everybody buy up.
And it looks like a change of plans here. Not going to utilize mid. Nico backed out of that.
Chris J. Flamey, be careful.
Flamey should know how this goes if he peeks this. He should do at least. There's the flash. Flamey, got to be cautious. He's back in the position that actually yielded him very little, so he's going to be switching up, it seems, and I'm a little worried when he's playing this. But still, Mouse not really committing anywhere, really playing these rounds quite slow.
I think it's going to be an A hit eventually. I'd sell a lie. Nexus saying, you know what, let's take the bomb. Let's see where we can go with it. It's going to be that big B hit. The smokes go out. It's a full fake coming out from Mouse. They're going to run through underpass. Straight get control of mid. Zeus is forced to back away. He's got that connector angle. He may just get a glimpse around the side there. And there's two members below him. It's Dennis. He catches a glimpse through the smoke, finds the head of one. Can he get Chris J as he pushes on through? No, not quite. Sees, though, is going to come around with the counter, but he's smoked off in jungle.
B. Look at this Flamey and Guardian rotating. This is stunning. God B, the genius coming out right now. Bomb's going to go down. Flamey, Guardian seized. All retract, but God B already ready and waiting. They're not quite in position, though. Nico went flying in, trying to get the challenge, but it's a 1-for-1 trade out. But Mouse are left at the disadvantage.
Steves is on a long rotate coming from the back. Nex and God B, the ones that are holding the angle. Guardian's going to push through and use that smoke to his advantage to get through. Edward's coming through kitchen, gets a little peek on there. They know God B's position. Nex is going to get one, though. It's CZ5, spins around, gets Guardian, and Edward all on his own once again here, and he's going to get caught out by God B. mousesports will take 2 rounds on the T side.
Really big stuff from them on their T side, seeming like they want to follow up with how they ended off that regular time. Now it's down to NaVi. You know, it balls in your court, NaVi. Let's see what you can bring on your go of things here. And wow, some big individual play. Nico doing work, Chris J doing, like every single player from Mouse having their little bit of moments here and there. And NaVi just still struggling to deal with that B play. And this is what I used to like about mousesports when they first came together. God B's ability to just kind of run around the map, play them out, make sure they go into the wrong place at the wrong time. And it was always so brilliant to watch.
Hedra's like, what are you doing? It's a warm-up. Don't plant the bomb. You crazy fool. I want to get kills. Well, NaVi, pressure on them. Both teams went 8-7 on the CT side.
Yeah.
2-1, not an unsurmountable score. But that has really put the pressure on NaVi, especially when NaVi were the ones that picked up that first CT side. Hopefully they'll get themselves ready up in a moment. Zeus didn't drop again, did he? No, he didn't. He's still in there. Clearly, discussions required, I believe, for NaVi, waiting to get themselves readied up. What are we expecting? What are the change? What's the pace going to be? NaVi, if you think back to their T side, obviously were playing it slow. They did have a couple of opportunities where the fake really worked out, but it was heavily down to Flamey. Flamey's entry into A site was just clearing people out, clinical shots. And that's really what they need to be delivered once again. Flamey was at 33 kills just before overtime hit. So I expect them to see big performance from here.
The thing that really surprises me, every time Mouse do that B hit, and a couple of others as well, they're losing out in like 2v4s. And you just, there's so few situations that should ever allow you to do that. There's so few instances that should happen if you're playing to the degree. And actually, look at this. Mouse are going for the double AWP. That's something different. We haven't seen this come out before, and it's a risky purchase on the CT side. Of course, look at the money. Even though you do get that chunky 10k Stein money, it's not great to go and run this out with. It can backfire. Chris J going hella aggressive. This is dangerous.
Oh, look at that! He catches Guardian mid-air. Spin and pick. That's all he needed. Well, one of those AWPs is paid off. That's already. Edward's going to try and get himself a second peek. He's picked up the AWP, but Seized is very close on B there, but unable to find anyone.
He's looking for God B. God B isn't far away, but he's just keeping Seized's attention. But there's 3 players from Mouse on this site. Now, Dennis and Nico need to be careful here, because they could get cut in on.
He's been blinded 4 times now. That molly spreading. He's so low, 40 health. Smoke clears out and he will eventually get picked out. But while this has all been happening, A side has started to get pushed on. Flamey gets himself one. Can't quite get the second as Chris J answers. Gets himself a little peek. Caught Zeus as he comes around. Nico does get taken down. So bomb plan will come in from NaVi. Zeus is going to head off Chris J.
Chris J should have that shot. He was expecting the push out then. Again, impact play from Chris J. Flamey now last man standing, 1v3. Bombs planted. They have to push for this. He's trying to watch jungle, but no one's there. God B shows. He takes him down from connector. Looks for a follow-up. He gets down Chris J. 1v1. He can't close it down. And Nex will pick up the round. And Mouse stay alive. And that investment, that risk, just about pays off.
Yeah, if they can collect one of those AWPs back, which Nex should be able to do, does manage to find it. But Whew, costly round for both teams. Remember, it is a 10k start money, so both can afford to buy themselves right back up in this second round of overtime. mousesports now with a comfortable lead. Can they close this out? Just one more round is all they require on match point. 18-16. Let's see how it opens. It was Chris J that's been landing those big openers. Edward this time is the one that's a challenge. Not going for it this time.
No, and NaVi going NaVi style, slowing down the pace, waiting for peaks, waiting to see if mousesports get a little bit anxious. You know that Chris J likes to play aggressive every now and then. You can see how cautious he is. Just in case Guardian was already holding the angle, he waited for Nico to flash before he held it. And now NaVi still just drawing out all this utility, taking the smokes away. Next doesn't have a smoke left now. God B doesn't either. It's only Chris J who has one, so they're down to kind of the last couple of let's say moments. There's a minute left on the board, and NaVi have everything to still work with. But Godby and Chris J are getting a little pushy. They're starting to go, where are these guys now?
Oh. It's all right. I thought he was going to push and drop down, but he hasn't. So NaVi holding 3 members towards underpass. It's looking like it's going to be a B hit the way that NaVi Edward is lining up the smoke. Sees does a smoke of his own, but is this all going to be a fake play? Guardian's on the move through T-spawn. It is going to be a B hit. Next is in back corner at bench. Godby on site. And Next manages to get the first one to drop, but it does look like it's going to be changed as Edwards gets
30
found
seconds.
out.
Mouse are reading it well. Look at this. They're responding. Godby and Chris J rotating again, but NaVi slow it down again. This is brilliant from NaVi, but in the last 20 seconds, they've got to be careful here. Zeus is there. They've sold it. Nex has left the site. Godby has left it. Zeus, these guys are playing it so well. NaVi giving them a masterclass and taking the challenge. And Guardian's going to get that bomb down. Dennis is doing what he can, but he's in the wrong place at the wrong time, and NaVi just outplayed them.
Absolutely, exactly what Godby did for mousesports. And well, NaVi just said, you know what, that's not a bad trick. We're going to use it ourselves. Great little fake, and more importantly, obviously, Zeus staying alive and getting himself a triple over on A site kind of helps sell that deal. It's all about the fake players. If they get caught out and picked off early, that fake kind of backfires very quickly. But well played, NaVi, by the skin of their teeth, get themselves another round. And Dennis is going to hang on to that weapon by the looks of it.
Terrorists win.
Dennis will be able to keep this for now. There we go. And we'll be getting a couple of seconds coming into the next round. As so far, NaVi bringing it back a little bit. Kind of watching how this went down. You can see the full play going through. Zeus just going beast mode on his own. And you don't expect a single player to be able to do this, but then Zeus just has him lined up, pins him down just perfectly. But again, play after play after play. This is going to be another tough one for mousesports. You know, you've got the Famous there on Dennis. But let's see what he can do with it. NaVi got everything in hand. Can they pull it off again?
Let's see where they go with this one. Edward's going to get a peek. Nico in connector is the one that's looking. Trying to get a glimpse around the angle. NaVi slowly edging away forward. Nex has actually had to sit backwards on this one because the smoke was deep. So he's covering out from bench. Zeus is going to creep his way through. Nico's the man in connector that is just trying to jiggle away. Edward's going to push him along with Zeus at the same time. And Nico, I think he just got a glimpse, a sense, a whiff. He gets flashed out and tagged up. Not a great deal lands on him though. Only takes him down to 91. As they slow him down, he's got a great little view through that smoke. They haven't covered him off, and he's going to find the shot on Zeus.
Nico then just going to picture perfect, take Zeus out of the game, and it looks like NaVi are assembling themselves towards this B site, and mousesports, they needed a win. And this is the first step towards it now. 38 seconds left. NaVi going to make the play. Nexus nade is going to come in perfectly. The molly to follow. Can he get the kill? Oh no! Edward and C's come up with the goods. It's a 4v3, but look at this. Already Nico's there, and Nico wants more.
Nico was great at retaking in the start. Okay, and he manages to get himself a double. Chris J comes in. Flamey gets one, but Nico will clear them out. 4 for Nico, and that is going to be the round and the game, ladies and gentlemen. Big plays from mousesports as they take down NaVi. Now, NaVi were looking great. They were 12-5 in the league, but that is 12-6 for them now. mousesports absolutely needed that win. They were 3-7, so they were in danger of looking at the relegation spots, but they managed to pull out the win in overtime. And fair play to them, because NaVi are going to be kicking themselves. NaVi were looking great, and then they just kind of fell apart. Now, whether it was a Zeus disconnecting starts coming in, it wasn't all like...
Yeah, it wasn't clean,
about that.
plain sailing. It wasn't the smoothest of seas there for them, but still, mousesports worked so hard on that, and individuals you have to thank coming in, of course, Nico and Chris J. Their play was just second to none, and every single time it delivered. Chris J picking up 8 kills in 2 rounds. Turn the tide. Nico on those retakes, huge play. Anyway, guys, we don't want to take too much time here because we know the other games are waiting to go, and that's going to be featuring Penta up against Fnatic. So that's going to be coming up after the break. We're back after that.